song?
He doesn't want it to be 3 minutes. So if it was more like 1.
What up, what up, what up? It's California Dad Club coming at you live. That's not the screen we want. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, everybody.
What up?
What's going on? Hold on. Where's my...
Yeah.
California Dad
Got the
Club.
Banshee.
The Banshee in the closet. Hey. Today we got some special guests with us. Mr. Eddie 9-Volt.
Ow, ow.
Atlanta Blues Groove staple.
Yes, sir.
What up, boss?
Nothing much, guys. How you guys doing? Thanks for having me,
Yeah,
man.
we're doing good.
Thanks for having
Thanks
me.
for riding up.
I've heard a lot about this show, and I had Cody who was on the show. He goes, "You got to come to this place," and it's just a drive up the road, man. So we
Right.
said, "Let's get in the car. Let's go."
Skip and a hop, bro.
Skip and a hop. Not even a skip. It's just a hop. It's just stones.
It's nothing.
Exactly. Well, thanks for having us, man. We really appreciate
you
it.
coming out, man.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, thanks for riding out.
Where are you coming from?
We are coming from Marietta, Georgia.
Marietta, okay.
Realistically, Smyrna, but you know, a lot of people know Marietta more than they know Smyrna. It's like when you're in another state and it's like, where are you from? I'm from Alabama. It's like they're like, what?
Yeah, right.
I'm from Atlanta.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
necessarily want to tell people exactly where you're from. You're like, yeah, I'm from Atlanta, even though I'm in Paulding County.
Exactly.
Close enough.
Exactly.
Hey man, give me some speak on
Hey, 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 hey.
that. Well, you're not coming through, but we'll figure it out.
This is Lane Kelly.
Hey,
Yeah,
What
this
up, Lane?
good. What's up?
Lane
What's up?
Kelly.
He's my legal brother. I don't know if you
Supposedly.
can hear him or
You're
not.
gonna have to go into news reporter.
All right, Lane. Let's go ahead. I already said your name, but go ahead and say your name.
I'm Lane again.
I'm gonna go
The
get
sequel.
another mic. Tell us about yourself, Mr.
Dude, well, me and Eddie been playing all like for years together,
Oh, yeah.
and then kept going to studios, and then being broke and everything, and so I was like,
That's a part of it.
yeah. So we bought a computer and then got some software. And I was like, I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And
I don't mean to steal the mic, but this guy is ridiculous at just coming up with. And what he was saying earlier is like we were going to studios and nothing against studios.
Nothing against.
Nothing against them. But we
Other than-
love going to them. But it's like we were realizing we were spending a lot of money, and we were realizing that we could just go to YouTube,
Yeah.
and learn about stuff like that. And Lane became a whiz, and we were just started doing our own. And
probably 60 hours of YouTube.
yeah,
Hey, yeah, there you go.
but yeah, it's been fun. But he's crazy, man. He can make anything. He can make a guitar sound like a fridge, you know. So,
I love Fridge guitar, bro. It's actually one of my
New
favorite
JHS
tones.
plugin.
Dude, I love Fridge.
yeah.
I took away that you got the production, but what I really got was you said legal brother. Does that mean blood brother? Or
We are blood brothers.
Nice.
We started playing music. We were dirt bike riders forever. I raced. I sucked. Matter of fact,
So he couldn't do the turns.
I couldn't do the turns, man.
That's where you win.
I would just
too,
slow
man.
down like a little wimp.
He was slow down. He's supposed to just go on through.
But and then our dad was like, we realized, hey, there's a dirt bike. But we realized that like it wasn't gonna be a full time thing. And our dad was like, look, we got this Honda 450. We can. It was a nice one, man.
Black rims and red hubs.
Nice. Okay.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
so cool.
And he was like, we can sell this bike and we can get you all music gear. And so he sold it, and I got me a Fender Strat, an amp. He got a bass, and
No, you're skipping a whole. Well,
you don't want to skip too much, but
tell about the first time we played.
we used to be a metal band, yeah.
Really? Oh wow. Okay.
Like
Very cool.
Lamb of
What?
God,
What? Okay.
Whitechapel,
Okay.
and our first show we ever played, man, was at this church, and I don't know where the hell it was. Fayetteville. And we played, and there was like the band that played before us. There was all these kids throwing and shit, all
Sure.
getting into it. And then we played, and we mic'd. The PA was just it'd been like that, like there's two studio speakers.
Yeah.
And the guy, one of the kids' dads in the band, mic'd the drums.
Oh, nice. Oh.
So
Oh my
it was
God.
just like everything. And so like all of a sudden these kids, they were like, they didn't know what the hell to do. And so they all just they walked outside, and here we were in the church gymnasium playing to nobody. And he wanted to quit. He was like, I'm done.
I'm done.
I was mad.
And so yeah, we had to freaking figure out something, and we were called Earth Hostage.
Oh, nice.
I like
Very
that.
cool. Very cool.
But yeah, man, it's been crazy. And then we went into my buddy asked me to play this 50s diner in McDonough, Georgia.
Dope.
Okay.
And we dressed up. We had bow ties and shit, and all the old folks loved it. They loved it. And we got like tips, like $600 in tips, and we were like,
Damn, bro.
we were like, all right, we're gonna play Jerry Lee Lewis.
Right. Yeah.
not gonna marry our cousin.
No, I know, man. But yeah, so
Very cool.
that's where it's been, and we've been doing it ever since, man.
Rest is history, huh?
The rest is history.
Very
We got more history to make, though.
There you go.
Top 5 places to play in Atlanta.
Oh, good question. Northside Tavern,
Yeah.
Number one. Okay.
Blind Willie's,
Yeah.
Lane.
Eddie's?
Eddie's Attic is a good one. Eddie's Attic.
You like Eddie's?
I like Eddie's. I gotta like
Yeah,
Eddie.
yeah.
We do the vinyl.
Played the vinyl a lot. Played the
What do you
vinyl.
think about that?
Man, it's
Not your vibe?
not my vibe.
Yeah, I don't.
I gotta be honest. We're on a podcast. We gotta tell, right?
Yeah,
we gotta
no,
tell.
no. Yeah, that's fine.
Great staff and everything. But aisle 5 I like more than the vinyl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Masquerade?
Masquerade? Yeah,
go.
we've
How about
played
Smith's?
Smith's.
Yeah, yeah.
You like
Earl.
The Earl. Dude,
Earl.
Yeah, the Earl. Yeah, there you go.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while.
Earl. I went there. Who did we go see? The Brummies.
Oh
At
yeah.
the Earl.
Okay.
Dude, that was such a cool. That was my first time ever being there. I was like, whoa, this is like super dope. Like the vibes here. It was
Yeah.
like I really wanted to get in the Atlanta scene after that.
Oh,
was
it's
like,
funny.
I want to play.
We
Like,
played a charity at the Earl.
Oh, yeah,
I think
yeah.
500 songs. I got fucking kicked out.
Yeah, he did.
I was underage and I was drinking.
Oh, really?
And our drummer, we played Vanilla Fudge. You keep me
Supreme cover,
hanging
the
on.
Supremes.
Okay. Yeah.
Why don't you, babe? Or whatever it is. But
And
we
our
played
drummer
that.
at the time bought him a beer, and it was and like slipped it to him, and then the door guy is like,
Oh
"Man, I'm
no!
sorry."
I know the door guy was he was like this kid, and he was just like, he's like, man, I'm so sorry, but you guys were great, man, but I gotta kick you out.
Oh, we got that talk. Oh man.
And
That sucks.
I hate to do this to you.
he was super nice.
Good. It's nothing against
But
you.
we've played at the Earl again, and man, that's one of our favorite clubs to play.
They probably never knew.
Nice.
They probably didn't remember me, no.
Is that guy the same? Oh, I was gonna say, is the same guy there? Dude?
Oh, I was probably 17,
Oh
my
wow.
God.
Okay.
which I don't condone. Where's the camera? I don't condone doing that.
Yeah, right, bro. Do you regret it though?
Hell no.
Right. So I mean, how can you tell kids not to? Right.
It's a story, man.
I know Garrett Wheeler's out there killing it like that at Smith's and whatnot, and he's only what how old is G
He
Wagon?
just turned like 11
How old's
or
G
12.
Wagon?
No, he's 18,
It's like 19.
19,
Damn,
somewhere.
bro, he's killing
That's
it.
what I was.
Ow.
Yo, Garrett Wheeler.
Oh, Garrett
Garrett
Wheeler.
Wheeler.
We love Garrett Wheeler on the podcast.
Repping him.
Give him some claps. Hold
There
on.
we go.
Hold on. Some horn.
Go
Actually, I'll give
Garrett.
him beautiful.
But yeah, man. I mean, just like I'm not gonna name the club because they love us. But we played this club in Macon. I was like 16 years old, man, and they're giving us 35 beers on stage. You know?
That's what's up.
Wow.
And I mean, being like 17, 16 years old, like hot chicks all
We
around.
never said anything.
No, yeah. But,
Yeah, that's cool of you though. Like you understand the pretense you're in. You're like,
I-
oh,
yeah, I
dude,
was
I'm
like-
not supposed to be here.
I was like smoking cigarettes on stage. That was when you could smoke. Well, you can still smoke there actually. But yeah, man, that's I actually miss smoking on stage, man.
That's like a mirror.
Do you still smoke cigarettes?
I smoke pipe now, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought it if it's okay if I can smoke. I don't know. If
Yeah. Go for it's
I'm
whatever you
pipe,
want,
pipe.
man.
It's
It's
actually pretty elegant, dude.
no, thanks, man. Everybody in my circle, including him and my dad, my girlfriend, their whole family, everybody vapes.
Yeah.
And I've always, I smoke weed and smoke cigarettes and stuff, and it's I don't know, I just didn't want to go down that vape alley.
I don't blame you, man.
And,
I
and
get freaked out by the battery thing.
Yeah. And so I just started smoking a pipe, and it's
I'm down with the vape station, dude.
yeah, he loves it.
Yeah, I ain't hating on it. It's just like
But I just love it, man, and it gets people, they're like, what the hell's that?
yeah.
Oh, they get curious, like, oh. no,
I
that's
know,
not-
man.
Butch Walker came to one of my shows, or our show. Me and Daniel were live, and we're playing at Sixes here in town, and he's from Cartersville.
Yeah, Rome.
It's-
That's right. Sixes.
Sixes right here in town. In
Oh, I'm
Cartersville.
wrong. I'm thinking.
Yeah, and he came to our show, wound up hanging out till like 3 a.m. bullshitting with us or whatever, and I was like, just me, Butch Walker, and Daniel Iver, or whatever, we're out hanging out. I'm like, dude, you got a cigarette? I bombed a cigarette from Butch Walker. I'm like, you got a cigarette I can smoke or whatever? And he's like, yeah, not a problem. And he pulls out this like case out of his jacket, and he just like flips it open with one hand, talking, and rolls a cigarette like while he's
Rolls
talking. Gets to it's all like one little station thing or whatever. He just like puts it in there and just like rolls it one hand while he's talking. He's like, hell yeah, man. And he just hands me that. I'm
Dude.
like, I smoked a Butch Walker like rolled cigarette.
That's legendary, man. What's
That's pretty sick.
yeah? fuck-
Yeah, I haven't even thought about it like that until I just said it. But
I got a funny story, man. We played in Preservation Pub. Y'all know that place?
I've heard of it.
Knoxville, Tennessee,
Yep.
and we played there. And like a lot of shows we play, we're freaking going somewhere, and we need a place to stay. I mean, we could just talk hours of all the couches and floors we slept on all over the country. And I got to make a shout out to Cornbread, man. This guy in the crowd.
Shout out Cornbread.
Yo, Cornbread.
Cornbread.
Yo, what up, Cornbread? How you doing,
Cornbread,
Corn?
this is a true story, man. And he comes up, and we were in the alley in the back, and he's like, we were all, smoking a joint or whatever. And he's like, hey man, you want to microdose some acid? And that's one of my things is, I've never played on acid. I don't want to.
Probably wise,
yeah,
bro.
I've always been really straight. I might have a couple beers and a whiskey or something, but so anyway, we do the show, and then he's like, hey man, me and my wife, we already talked about it. If you need a place to stay, you can. And so long story short, we ended up going in the mountains of Tennessee, and we get to Cornbread's place at like 2 a.m.
It was later than that.
Yeah, and he had like pipe tobacco all on this table, and he was rolling cigarettes. We
had, like, one
smoked
of the-
pipe tobacco cigarettes.
Dope.
Nice.
Silver
There you
roller.
go.
And that was the first time I microdosed acid, and it was with a guy named Cornbread. I was like, well, if that's, it's got to be that.
That's written in the stars.
Dude,
know,
I wish I had
and-
an animation of that. You and
And I
Cornbread
stayed
tripping.
up until like 6 a.m. being like, why don't I feel it.
Really?
But shout out to Cornbread, man. He's awesome, man. Hope he's
Cornbread.
doing good.
Cornbread, you can almost imagine.
He
what
had
it
this
looks like.
skillet.
Right.
He had
Oh,
this
yeah, the
skillet, man.
It's like a
Yeah.
enchanted item.
He had this skillet that he said his grandma hit. It had no handle. And it broke when because the granddad sold all the Christmas money or something.
Gambled it.
Gambled it.
Oh,
And
sold all the Christmas
Yeah,
money.
he was like, man. He goes, if you eat eggs out of this, and then after that, the granddad, after getting hit in the head with it, because that's what broke, was the thing.
She smacked him.
Yeah, and
hit
so
him.
after that, the next day he became a pastor.
Wow. Okay.
And so Cornbread
What?
goes.
I got a lot
Cornbread
of
goes.
questions.
He goes, man. He goes, if you eat eggs out of this, you'll always believe in God.
What?
I don't want to.
Do you believe in God? Did you eat eggs
That's
out of it?
Ultimatum right
He
there,
said,
man.
needless to say, I didn't eat the eggs.
I know.
You didn't eat the eggs?
Not that I did too much already at that place.
We don't need to be tripping on the
Oh, you think he was
Right.
putting? You think he was putting psychedelics in the
Psychedelic
eggs?
eggs.
Probably, man. It was
You
spiritual.
ever
that
looked at
pan-
eggs while you're on psychedelics?
Not on psychedelics, man.
Really?
No, I couldn't.
Dude,
man.
food freaks me out.
Yeah.
I jumped at a
Yeah.
pepperoni pizza once.
Oh, my
Oh, I like
God.
fruit though, man. Fruit, something juicy,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
nice.
Citrus is
some
really
orange
good.
juice or
or
something.
watermelons. Yeah.
Anything that
Yeah.
dries your mouth out while on psychedelics.
Ooh.
It's just like the worst combination ever.
Can you imagine eating saltines, man?
Absolutely not.
Nah, it ain't my
Imagine
game.
having a tongue.
You just get a little applesauce. Oh,
But yeah, man.
my
Shout
game.
out to Cornbread, man. Hell yeah.
Dude, we should, if you got his number, man,
Fucking
we can give him a
cornbread.
call, kind of like we gave you a call, bro.
Shit,
you
man.
know?
I couldn't even if you held a gun in my head. I don't even know where his
But you
number
think
is.
Cornbread's got a phone, bro?
I mean, dude.
He's got a what do you call it? A little not a
It was one of those
A
throwaway
beeper?
phones or something.
not a beeper like the little Morse code thing.
Oh my God. he's got
Oh
a
wow,
Morse
he's
code.
got a yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Morse code.
yeah. Tell
Old
us
school,
something.
bro.
No, that's awesome, dude.
But yeah.
Dude, yeah. So speaking of callers, man, you were our very first caller. So
Yeah.
I was. That's a bit of a.
It was great because I had no idea.
We didn't either, man. Yeah,
And
that's what
and
we
I had
imagined.
no idea that I was going to be called. I was just like 3 or 4 gin and tonics up in the mountains, and it was just it was. I got a call from Cody, and when Cody calls me, I'm always stoked, and he's a good buddy of mine, and but then he goes, "Hey, you're on a podcast." I was like, "Whoa, what?"
You didn't know
But
what
nah,
to
man.
expect. Yeah.
But all that leads into this, and now we're here, and I appreciate
Absolutely,
it. Man.
man. It's funny how things work out like
You guys
that, man.
full
I think we,
For sure.
dude. Let's show our viewers the phone call if we.
Yeah, let's listen to it.
Hey, which one is it, man?
It's it should say.
It should,
Well, there's so many videos on this thing.
there you go. Phone call clip right there. PR.
It's crazy, man.
Wait, that's phone call clip right there to the left. Right there.
To the left.
Right? Yeah.
You see it to the left.
Oh, that's the project file, brother.
Oh yeah, well, that's gonna take
Yeah,
a
we
minute.
need the actual. Hey, you know what, man? We're flying off the seat of our freaking pants right now.
Sorry, guys.
We
No,
don't
but
have the
bottom-
I thought I
actual
did that
footage.
right.
But I mean, basically, they called me, and no joke, I was at my uncle's mountain house, and shout out to Uncle Brian. He got us
Yo,
started.
what's up,
in music.
Uncle Brian?
Shout out Brian.
He
shout
got
out
us
Brian.
started. There's actually a video if you want to go on YouTube. It's
First time we ever played.
it's called Kelly Crew Jam Night. That's the first night we picked up instruments. It's still on YouTube. It's
Like
like
the first
Okay.
night you picked up an
Yeah.
instrument ever.
yeah,
Dude,
Kelly Crew Jam Night, man.
It doesn't sound good.
feel free to elaborate on that.
Oh, dude, it was
How'd that
great.
happen?
Oh, the first night he handed Lane a bass, and Lane holds up his bass to put it on, hits the fan,
Knock the
breaks
fan
the
down.
fan.
Oh no.
Yeah, Kelly Crew Jam Night. It's hilarious,
Oh,
man.
Lord.
But Uncle Brian, man, he's legendary.
That's
But-
what's up, man.
but
Did
yeah.
you?
That's it.
What was
Is that it right here?
That's with the snake story.
Sick.
Where it's all said and done. We gotta find out what it's,
Oh, there's me in the back of his hat.
Oh man, this is vintage, dude. This is like
That's
last
Lane.
year. Huh?
Oh my gosh.
Got chicks, man.
Chicks are there. They're like 10, bro.
Yeah. Got some cougars.
No, that's actually Marietta, man. And yeah, this is crazy. There we
That
go.
sounds good, dog.
That's Lane on bass. That he broke the fan.
Well, that sounds great, man.
That's, yeah. You don't have to play the whole thing. Yeah, when Lane gets on drums. There he is.
That's you on the Alpine Star hat.
Oh yeah.
Who's that guy?
That's our dad,
That's your dad?
Okay.
and that's
Very
our
cool.
Uncle Brian right there.
Uncle Brian,
There's
shout out
Uncle Brian.
That's
Yeah.
Uncle
Very cool.
Brian?
And that's Brian, and that's my dad on the right.
Shout out.
What up?
Always,
What up, Uncle Dad and Uncle
Yeah.
Brian?
always been supportive and always been great. Always got to show a lot of love to our parents, man. You know,
That's what's
they
up.
always push us, especially our dad. You know, he was always awesome and giving us gear. You know, we'd come home and he'd have strings, everything for us.
Yeah.
you know, so
Yes.
That's
shout
awesome,
out to Pops, man.
That's half the battle, man. Having a support system there. Man.
Yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
yeah, man. You
That's
got to
very
have
cool.
it, man.
Parents are important.
They are, man.
Absolutely. Dude, so what happened with the snake on the phone call? We called you. You were looking for you found a snake skin, but no snake in the house, and you were looking for a snake. So what was the end result of that story?
Man,
I'm curious.
I got on my stomach. I looked under all couches, under the fridge. I looked under everything. I couldn't find it. But when me and my girl we would go back and forth outside the cabin, and there was this big black snake that we saw a bunch, but he looked too big. But
Sure.
Maybe he's
Probably a
growing.
rat snake.
Maybe he's
It's probably
working
a
out.
big snake,
maybe he's working out.
Maybe he's getting bigger, dude.
Maybe he is, man.
You never know. He could be buffing up, bro.
He is, but he's
Snakes on roids.
exactly. You got to be careful.
That's a
with
band
those things,
name.
man. Snakes on
I got one of those.
Snake roids.
Snakeroid, yeah. Shit.
Yeah, no snake. And I talked to my uncle the other day, and he said he still hadn't seen it, so it's still lurking.
Damn, bro.
Still
you got the
lurking.
skin?
I took a picture of it.
Did you take a picture of it?
Yeah, I wish I could send it to you.
You
but-
can. You can airdrop
Or
it.
something out of it, dude. Like,
Airdrop
take
it,
home
yeah.
and like.
Shit, I
Airdrop
can
some
airdrop it.
things.
See, I don't know all this new shit, man.
Bro, I'm learning, man. We're in the middle of
Let's see.
thickets out
Yeah, I
here,
learned
bro.
what- Text message.
What's an airdrop?
What's an airdrop?
What is an
It'll take
airdrop?
too long to find it, but
No, you're good. I like your shoes, dog.
thanks, man. Yeah, these are straight up from China, like
Sick.
1989, like $19.89.
Damn.
I scuffed them up a little bit. I was telling Ansley before we started. I was playing a gig in Athens, Georgia. I think it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
It doesn't matter. But I was playing in Athens, and I went out, and they were like our other band, which is called Preacher Van, and they're like, Preacher Van, and I run out, and like literally I didn't scuff them up yet, and that was the first show I played. It was just like. It was like I started flying from my feet.
No.
And I fell on my back, and the guitar just went totally like, and no one clapped, man. No one clapped for my pain, man.
What? It was just awkward silence. Just get back
Awkward.
up, be like,
Well,
all right.
there was like
thanks.
2 people in this 500 cap, room, so it was like a little weird. And
Where do you see yourself in 5 years in Atlanta scene? Like, what do you want to achieve here, man? What's your
man,
goal?
Probably. I don't know, man. My goal is to freaking. We have a couple of bands with this blues band. It really took off without us even really ready for it, and it was a whole project of just us. I wanted, here's the deal with the blues. I don't want to shit talk any blues people, but when the modern day younger generation thinks about blues, they think of the old guy with the blues hat going about,
Right. Right.
and that's what I wanted to fix, man. And they go into these $100,000 studios, and they go and they make everything sound not like the blues. I mean, it sounds kind of cringy and shit. And so my whole philosophy was I wanted to go back to the basics. I wanted to turn everything up loud. I wanted to make the needles go crazy. I wanted to try this whole not new, but old way of recording, and just like and we were living in Monticello, Georgia, and we were living in a trailer, like in a mobile home,
Right.
but what was great about it was no one around us,
Right.
and we were on this like 100-acre farm.
Loud as you want, I
Yeah.
guess, yeah.
I mean, I had my deluxe reverb, and that's what we sang vocals out of, and I would just dime.
nice.
I would dime the deluxe, like
Made
in
the
another,
vocals sound really good.
yeah, in another room, and just mic it and just sing through the.
What?
Hell,
What sorcery is that?
Oh well,
all you gotta do is get like a cable, like an XLR,
Yeah?
and
Yeah.
a switcher cable.
goes to a quarter inch.
Yeah, do a quarter inch. Did it make it sound like that kind of like record kind of?
Sounds super old.
Well, yeah, because
a little
it-
distorted.
no, because
yeah.
we turned it all the way up, and it would get that distortion. And I get
Very
so many
cool.
comments on YouTube like, "What's that vocal? What's the vocal
Dude, that's a
chain?"
great
Good
idea.
idea, right?
Yeah, but it's a fucking SM57 through a deluxe reverb.
Pretty cool.
It's almost
Real-
like
That's
a,
awesome.
What's it called? A megaphone sound?
Yeah, it's that
mic.
mic. It's that mic.
What
right
did you
there.
mic the amp with?
So I love messing around with the room, because a lot of these old blues records, it's just they sound so wacky, and that's what I was trying to go for was like 50s to like 68 blues.
Sure.
Yeah.
And all the Magic Sam, Junior Wells.
stereo was coming.
You want it to
yeah.
sound like it was like the record to sound like it was in a room. Like,
Exactly. And so, man, I even just guitar tracking, say if it was in this room, I would put it in that corner and face the mic up to the ceiling.
Right.
Or, there was sometimes,
sound bad.
I even put a mic, I opened the trailer door, the little window, which the windows are so thin anyway. But, and I would put a mic, a little bit around, and it's just so the sound would have to go, and it's just weird
A lot
sounds,
of trial
man.
and error, would you say?
Yeah, well, one mic on the drums. Just with we have a I don't want to be shout
Kick though too.
maybe I don't want to make any shout out any companies, but we had like a Rode NT whatever it is over, and that's I'll give a
NT1A.
secret away. That's how we get that old sound is. Put the it's a condenser and you put it right above the kick facing down, and it picks up that snare because when you're recording you don't want all that cymbal and
Right.
stuff.
You want to clean it up. Yeah.
and so it just gets that fat kick and fat snare sound. So yeah.
I love
what's up,
that,
man.
dude.
But yeah, it's
crazy.
just that was the whole project of it was to go for this weird old school sound, and I think that's why it's been doing pretty good. And because I've gotten so many comments of blues bands in Atlanta, everybody wants to record and all that. But it was definitely it was
Kind of
definitely
an accident.
it was kind of an accident, but it was definitely something that was like we were in the middle of the country, we had nothing to do, and we just had nothing but time and nothing but beer.
Some sounds, yeah.
And it was great. And then I shopped it around a little bit, and matter of fact, I wrote a letter to a German blues label called Rough Records, and he messaged me back. He emailed me.
typewriter.
Yeah, I typed it out.
Nice.
And he messaged me back and he was like, I responded just because you typed me a freaking letter, And it goes back like the Black Keys, how they wrote a letter to Rolling Stone or whatever it was, and writing letters still freaking pays off, man.
Yeah, it's just
See?
effort.
I feel like
Chicks love 'em
if
too.
anything, it pays off even more now
Yeah,
than it ever did. Like,
yeah, for sure.
Like because when letters were the thing, like it was just a letter.
Wrote a letter.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's kind of like music.
Back then,
in a sense.
it would if everyone was sending letters, if someone were to send you a text message, it would really shock you just as much as
I was sending dick pics back then. Like I would had a Polaroid and I would just take pictures and just
Yeah.
find addresses and stuff and just send nasty ass triumphant dick pics.
On Polaroids, man.
Well, I mean, that's where it all came from.
Yeah.
That's where it came from. Oh, you think I'm lying, bro?
I think
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I'm probably lying about that.
No, but
You just got me
it's-
thinking about letters.
Yeah, no, letters always work, and so yeah, and we're in the middle of hopefully working out a deal, and there's hopefully when all this Corona stuff goes out, and it's going to be a whole Europe tour and everything. So
That's what's up, man.
it's going to be cool.
very cool.
Because blues in Europe, man,
claps
is
on that one,
huge, man. I mean, it's
Really, they got a pretty good blues scene.
Oh,
Also, Americana. They're like
Americana,
Unreal.
really?
Folk, they love folk
yeah,
too.
and especially if you're American and you come over there, it drives everybody out. They're like, oh shit,
I think Europe in general just likes music that is not completely mainstream. Because
Yeah.
like they have a huge metal scene and stuff
Yeah.
over there
That's-
too.
yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
metal,
Like
sure.
so. Yeah, I think they're just onto some other stuff.
in
know
your
what I'm saying?
opinion, because you said Americana, Lane. What in your opinion is Americana?
Dude, you put me on the spot. Anything that includes a mandolin and
Banjo, or just like that pluck sound, like
that pluck sound.
Yeah.
That pluck sound, and then it's like the song's usually good, and then you usually have harmonies, and then
mountain harmonies, like the high
like
shit.
three-part
Yeah.
harmonies, and then I'm trying to think of like
for a producer lane.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird that you're pointing the mic up.
Okay.
So what's the difference between folk and Americana then? If
See,
that was
I don't think there's anything different.
Good question.
Well, okay. I think there is. I think folk is more centered around one person and like an acoustic guitar, and it's more.
That's a good point.
It's
That's
more,
More storytelling, maybe?
isolated and more
like
to the point.
I think folk started out as just a one guy and or one
And like
person.
and like
There's so
pubs
much.
and shit.
I mean, it's kind of like when people say blues. It's like folk. I mean, there's folk blues. There's everything
Sure.
when it goes back. I mean, folk is rooted in American,
Right.
And I think Americana came from. I think honestly, it's maybe more electric guitars, a little bit more. More
See,
so
I've
that.
always heard like Americana was anything with music, any music. Americana was music
Yeah.
in a sense. I've always heard that like that was what the whole root of it all, in a sense,
Yeah.
was.
But I've no,
But I don't know.
Maybe.
We were in a folk band.
I was just trying to pick your brain. I ain't trying to put you on the spot, bro. I was
We
just
were in
having
a
fun,
folk band for like a week, and
Really?
I'm not gonna name any names, but I was playing, and like we had piano and everything. We were like the talk of the town, and like the lead singer was like, "I'm just not feeling it."
I'm just not.
Oh no.
Oh, what
So
a
that's
dick.
folk. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, that's a folk.
Hey boys, y'all mind? I brought you guys something. I brought you a
What?
little
What?
a little folk of my own.
What is that,
My
bro?
language now, man.
American folklore. Y'all pour up. if y'all
Damn,
want.
bro.
You're the
Freaking
bomb, dude.
Eddie and 9V with the gifts,
I
bro.
got to, man. I'm gonna pour me one if y'all don't mind.
Are you
Yo,
kidding me?
I gotta ask, man. Speaking of Eddie 9V, you're an energetic guy. I can tell you're in the moment. But how did you pin yourself with the name, or y'all as the name
question.
of Eddie
Absolutely.
9 Volt? Because that's an electric name, if you ask me. That's just a poppin' name.
So that's funny. You know, we
See
had
me live.
we had a lot of people. I'm gonna use my feet here. I don't want to spill on here. We had a lot of people, you know, asking me. They're like, "Oh, well, you should be Brooks Mason Blues Band." That's my. I got to be honest. My real name is Brooks, and thank you so much, man. Hit the applause for him real quick. That's good. That's good.
Controls down, bro. Look at that.
We were around
So your real name is Brooks.
Yeah. So and when you're starting out, you can go on Spotify and you can listen to type in something such and so blues band, such and so blues
so
band,
band.
Brooks Mason Blues Band.
Sure.
And Brooks Mason Blues Band sounds kind of good too, but. But I didn't really want to go down that route. I wanted to create something. I wanted to create a character, and I wanted something with branding, and what sticks out more than your name. And so we were on the road with our other band, Preacher Van, and we're always speaking in like mobster accents.
Okay.
And so we're like,
do, Shane?
yeah, we're like, hey Eddie, why don't you fucking get grab the cab or something, something, or break your kneecap.
Y'all are like cheap Sopranos.
Yeah,
or something.
exactly. And that's the thing. It's like when you're on the road and you're just traveling for like 8 hours at a time. It's just you get bored. And so they would always call me Eddie. They'd be like, "Hey Eddie."
Hey, yo, Eddie.
And so
Forgot about it.
yeah. And so mobsters always have like switchblade Tommy or whatever.
Yeah.
And
Or
and
Nikki Six.
Tom,
Yeah.
Johnny Two Toes.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny.
Well, Nikki 2 times.
And so that was just my plan. Was just like I like guitar players. We all know about the 9-volt battery, and
Right.
and I've always thought in my head, the logo. I still got to create them. Actually, we have a couple already prototypes, but it's like a battery with some lightning bolts coming out of it and stuff.
Nice, yeah.
And it's just what I'm trying to do. My whole goal, going back to all this, is I'm trying to bring back the modern generation to blues, and letting them know that it's not something that is just this lame old white guy, in the corner of a room just playing. It's not that. And I mean, but I've learned, I've researched my shit. I can go back and tell you. And I mean, I can remember listening to Howlin' Wolf when I was like 13 years old on YouTube, and just the way it blew my mind. And that's what I had to, I had to go, and I was like, okay, how do they get that guitar sound? How do they get that weird drum sound? Why does it distort right there? And so I really didn't, went and just fell in the rabbit hole, to be honest.
So
cool, man.
So what do you think about Bonamassa? I mean, I feel like he's put a pretty modern face on.
He's got a very modern face. Bonamassa, I don't have anything bad to say about the guy. I mean, he's brought a lot of young people to the blues, and that's a good thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I think he's more progressive. He's
At this point, man, you're a pioneer. You're just you're starting a wave. You're just trying to start a ripple effect.
I'm
aren't you?
trying to start. I take it back to 2011. Not me, but Charles Bradley, and that's when he got big. Sharon Jones. It was like the 2011 Soul Revival.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I-
Okay.
And then you had Alabama Shakes, Alabama. What's their names? Alabama.
Brittany.
No, what's his name? Paul.
Oh.
Broken Bones. St. Paul.
St. Paul.
And all that stuff. And I know, because that's what I've done with my music is I've put it in front of, in clubs and stuff. We've played after we get done with the show, and people come up and like, oh shit, that sounds old. And who is that shit? I'm like, that's us.
Us, yeah.
And that's our goal, is just to bring back the good shit, because the difference is like, you can get somebody, you can throw Howlin' Wolf at a party, and people are like, damn, that's pretty dope.
Yeah.
And they'll like that, but if you play, like some 90s cringe blues,
Yeah, they
people are going to be like, it's not it.
Not
man.
so much.
Throw on some Gary Vee
I know in your I know in your phone call you said that you had a new record coming out. Is that
we
dropping
just
pretty soon, or?
we just released a live record. Live at Blind Willie's.
Nice.
This is what's crazy because we've really realistically only been around probably since September or December of last year.
Oh, really?
And we played Blind Willie's. It was our first gig we ever played there, and we were just blown away. We sold the club out, and the crowd was just so rowdy. It was just so like raunchy, and just everybody was getting into it, dancing and shit.
Hell yeah.
And so I was like, man, I want to go back. I want to throw up some mics. I want to do some cool shit, and I wanted to do it the old way because like you hear like guys like Junior Wells and Teresa's and Muddy Waters live at Mr. Kelly's, and you hear this fucking forks in the background scraping. You hear people talking
Dropping
shit.
glasses, you know.
In between the sets, you know, you hear people
Atmosphere.
talking and stuff. And so that's what I wanted. The crowd was a great crowd, and it's so yeah. Check it out. It's Way Down the Alley at Live at Blind Willie's by Eddie 9 Volt.
Hell yeah.
I think we have a tune of it.
Yeah, man.
What is that? Once Upon a Time? No, that ain't yours. Sorry.
And Lane produced it, like all of us.
I Left My Soul
I
in
didn't record it,
Memphis.
but I did produce it.
That's a good one.
Is that on the record? Because
Yeah.
we played that song last week on the podcast. I didn't know if that was.
Well, there's
on that record.
the Left My Soul in Memphis is the first album we did.
Okay.
But it's also on the live record. So.
Okay.
But yeah, man, thanks for playing our shit, man. We
Yeah,
appreciate
Of
it.
course, dude. No, we do
Absolutely.
it.
We talked about how we messed up scheduling, and so like,
I'm sorry
like,
about
well,
that,
since you
man.
can't be here, like,
Man,
no,
if
it
I-
was our deal, man. We got to get it together.
No,
You
man,
gotta stop
if
smoking,
I-
yerping so much Ertl, bro.
But if I went like 8 hours away, man, I could have totally just driven up here.
No
But I feel bad, man.
Yeah.
Don't feel bad. We're glad you're here. Thanks for coming.
Thanks
too.
for having us.
Thanks for
This is
driving.
blast, man.
Are you his official driver or
Tonight.
Yeah,
tonight? Yeah, better be, bro.
Oh, it's gonna
Freaking
be gone tonight.
be Eddie 9 Volt in the cell, bro.
That's right, man.
Eddie 9 cell.
Eddie
If
9
you
cell.
drive, bro.
That's
Hey, yo,
right.
Eddie.
I'm thinking of logo ideas. You know the like two poles between a 9 volt, like the little.
Yeah.
All right, so I think. By the way, I think musicians are the only ones that's keeping 9 volts around.
Exactly.
But,
Probably right.
but
No one knew what it was.
No, see, that's the thing.
I walk into a gas station, I'm like, you got a 9 volt? They're like, say what? I'm like, no, 9 volt,
Unleaded?
9 volt battery, and they'll like have to look for it and be like, no, it's on the wall. It's that square one, like, because nobody uses those anymore.
Yeah. It's,
Anyways,
Yeah, go ahead.
about,
two
like-
two poles, and then you got like electricity like run between them, and then your name on top of that or something.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Where you walk.
I was
I like
thinking
that.
Like
I was
a wave of
thinking
electricity.
Energizer Bunny, and you back to back with him, and like
Oh, or in a headlock.
But what if the Energizer Bunny had like a bandana and he was like more like SoCal? Like,
Yeah, dude.
that'd be
Or
super
make a
cool.
bandana and the top of it look like the top of a 9 volt or whatever.
Oh.
Two poles sticking right
There's
here.
hey,
go, man.
and all the audience, man. If you wanna submit a logo, man, we'll freaking make a T-shirt out of
Hey,
it.
there you
Hey,
go.
bro,
There
we'll
you go.
fund.
Local
We'll put money
creators.
into that.
Seriously,
We're gonna invest in that.
for sure, man.
Well, should we move on to music review time?
Let's do it, man.
I think so.
All right.
Let's do it.
Music review time, baby. Woo! All right, today we got a beautiful lineup. I messed up on the type thing. It says I can be yours, I can be yours. Let me fix that real quick. Hold on. Talk about something, man. I'm gonna fix this.
Chrissy.
Gangsta. Gangsta crease seal.
Every time, bro.
Here, I'll ask you. So this has kind of been floating in the back of my mind since you were talking about it. You were saying that you heard other blues records and they didn't sound the way that you would do it in a sense. Do you think they sounded too clean or something? Is that what it was? Like, because you were
produced.
talking about like the sound of the atmosphere and stuff like that. Do you think it's just too produced or something? Like
That's produced is the word. Produced is
Yeah.
the exact word, and they get in and. I mean, like I said earlier, why did everyone fall in love with the old blues records? Why do they like that? It's because the guitars are out of tune a little bit.
Sure.
It's
There's a
distorted.
lot of attitude in them too.
A lot of attitude. It's
yeah.
not perfect, man. That's why
Yeah.
that's what drew me to blues in the first place,
Sure.
the old blues. But yeah, I think so many people and this goes not only to blues, this goes to folk, every kind of music. Everyone thinks they gotta I gotta go to a studio, I gotta go do this,
gotta
but
be perfect,
just
you know?
learn,
Sure.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Learn and read your shit, and you
Soul,
can do it.
Some of the
flavor,
coolest things are,
taste.
like when something is like just feeds back and
Yeah.
then just goes
Yeah,
inside,
yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That old Marshall
I love
sound
that.
just
Exactly.
bringing it back in the mic. Yeah.
And that was what was cool about the record that we did in the trailer was just like we had like the deluxe reverb was all the way up on 10.
Very cool.
And now we live in Marietta now. We can't do that, you know.
Yeah,
And it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
we had to. That's why I just bought me like a 5-watt
Spider.
amp. Yeah. No, it was actually like a 56 Gibson amp. It's sick.
nice.
It's
Okay.
sick, man.
Those are actually pretty rare too.
Oh yeah, I got it for my birthday, man. It was sick.
You pay
Very
a
cool.
premium on those.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Now you can get an ISO box, man, and you could just crank that deluxe.
That's true, like an
up.
attenuator or something.
Yeah, that's
They
true.
got these boxes you can build that are just like soundproof, and you just stick.
Oh
a little
yeah,
amp in
yeah,
that thing.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, that'd be good.
Shit, man, I don't know how to
Open
build
Abby.
that shit. I don't know how to build.
Well, we're gonna hop into our first artist here. Is that cool?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Y'all cool? Y'all
Let's do
down
it.
to chill out and listen to music? Let me take off your shoes, buddy. This first artist is Miss Bree Fox and Jesse Landers. Jesse Landers and Bree Fox. Jesse Landers wrote this, and Bree Fox sang this. This is her on the track singing it. This song is called "I Can Be Yours." He said, "What did he say about this song?" He said its releases in July, but we got first
Dude,
listens.
I love these new
I love
releases.
first listens,
Yeah.
man.
We get
Badass.
one almost every week, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, we
I
always
love that.
try to have.
We got
some
the
new shit
inside
happen.
scoop, man. I feel so official or something.
You are official, dog.
Oh, you're official, dude.
You're
You're
official,
more official.
bro.
Don't even go there, dude.
Dude, you're way official. Yo, all right, so we're gonna hop into it. "I Can Be Yours" by Bree Fox and Jesse Landers. Let's go.
All right.
You may not stop.
Whoa! Yeah, yeah! Oh! Sugar and spice and all things nice. I'm not the girl, you better think twice. Shaking what my mama gave me. Waking hearts, not making babies. I don't have to play by your rules anymore. I'm not your Hollywood Barbie, your uptown whore. I don't have to bend and take no more. I can be naughty. Oh, I can be yours. Pigtails and dresses are not the time. Leather and lace, you got that right. Just your modern day fantasy. Living so good in a set you free. I don't have to play by your rules anymore. I'm not your Hollywood Barbie or uptown whore. I don't have to bend and take no more. I can be naughty. Wow, I can be Shake your own sugar tree. I will be the girl down on your knees. So take me as I am. Love me or hate me, I don't give a damn. I don't have to play by rules anymore. I'm not your Hollywood Barbie or your uptown whore. I don't have to bend and take no more. I can be naughty. I can be naughty. I can be yours.
Hold of the YouTube or the iTunes thing, it just like always
Goes to the next.
goes to the next song, and that ain't cool, man. Sorry, Bree Fox and Jesse Landers. "I Can Be Yours." Hell yeah!
Yeah, her vocals are incredible, man. She sounds, yeah, dude. She belts it, dude. Like she freaking means it, dude. I love that.
No.
Yeah, man. It's
Who was it that she was on stage with Steel Panther?
Steel Panther, yeah. They called her up on stage, and even the singer was like, "What the actual hell am I watching right now, dude? Holy shit, she is incredible."
Powerhouse.
And and everyone, I mean, and she it was almost like did y'all ever watch Dave Grohl with the Kiss Kid? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It was almost like that.
Stage,
Like she
yeah.
had been waiting on that moment, and she just let loose, bro.
Oh,
when she got
gee.
that opportunity, so it's like cool to see that, bro. It's
I
like,
want to kind of look that up on
Yeah.
YouTube, man.
Probably, yeah, the crowd's probably
Absolutely.
going nuts.
Can I look that up real quick? Is that cool?
Yeah, no, let's see it. Yeah, it's on her Facebook, I think.
No, it ain't gonna be on YouTube. It's on Facebook.
We got it. Yeah, we might have to dig for that and do a little bit of stalking or something. But
Yeah. All right. Never mind.
Maybe next week.
Who should've
check it
thought?
out though. It is.
That was
it's a cool
awesome.
video.
Good job, Bree Fox,
Good
Jesse
job,
Landers.
man.
Good writing. Good
It
production.
has a heart feel to me
Yeah.
a little bit too. You know what I mean?
I like the 80s in it.
Yeah.
That's my era, man.
Hell yeah, man.
80s hair metal.
Harry, oh, jeez, man.
Oh my god, it's good stuff. Rat.
Poison.
Dude, did you
Poison? Yeah.
Did you ever get into 80s like bald metal at all, or
No,
like?
actually, I did one time, and then eventually he turned into like 90s grunge, and then he became Smashing Pumpkins.
Line it up for you.
He's as bald as you can get, man.
You guys say it was cool if I smoke?
Yeah, go for it,
ahead.
bro.
It's just tobacco. It's not anything crazy.
No man,
Nah.
even if it is, bro.
Could be
It's
smoke.
tobacco.
You're like, who are you?
Pull out some crack,
we know what you're
bro.
smoking, bro.
Pull out some crack.
Trying not to show any crap.
Can you copy that? She just sent the link to that. Can you copy
Oh,
that?
nice.
she
Thank
did?
you, Bree.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bree.
That's clutch.
You the jam, dog.
She's getting in there.
All right.
See, this is why live is awesome.
Live is awesome.
Hey, Bree.
Woo,
Long time no see.
Yeah, you killed it. We loved it.
Rick's like all up on it. Like, what are y'all even doing, man?
So I
All right.
don't understand the point of this.
Our next artist is Best Gift Ever. They are what? How'd you find these guys?
I think this is a Reddit post. I posted on Reddit or something, and I think that's how it ended up. I'm not 100%
Fun, dude.
but
Fun, cool. This is called Magenta by Best Gift Ever. Here we go. Let's get into it.
gift.
We're gonna pause that right there because I feel like it's just gonna be atmospheric
Woo woo, that was good, man.
for the rest of the night. Yeah, that was badass, man. That was cool.
That was
It's definitely some headphone-worthy music.
That
you
was
know
a
what I mean?
trance.
Getting
That's
lost
something
in
you
your
want
own-
to put on,
Exactly.
and when you're maybe have like a 9-hour drive, man. Just put that on.
Exactly.
Remind me of can't think of the band.
Castle Beat.
You talking about like
The guy that sings Super High.
the soup? That narrows it down.
Well, I know, but like it's
Going
like
Gabriel?
the girl. They got the girl bassist.
Silver Sun Pickups.
Oh,
I
dude,
was thinking
yeah.
about that, yeah.
That's a good one, man. That was a good way to put that on there for sure.
A little bit of War on Drugs.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
A little
Yeah,
bit
I
of
could do
war on
that. I
drugs.
could do that for sure.
I also think that it could be a lot more defined. I understand shoegaze and like washout and everything, but
Yeah.
I felt like it could be a little more focused on some
little more
parts.
articulate.
Take some things away on some parts, put it back on the chorus or whatever. Like simple dynamics, make it move a little bit.
Yeah.
That's my only critique, but I
Yeah.
thought it was a good
Maybe a
song.
little much ride.
Yeah, much reverb, but
I like it. though.
Overall, it was a vibey song.
good track.
Vibes,
Thanks for sending
yeah.
that in.
Definitely vibed. I can tell that for sure.
I wonder if
Like if I was in like Birmingham and I was drinking a shitload of IPAs
Yeah.
at like 1 a.m, that song came on, I'd be like, oh
There
fuck,
you go.
who's this?
Yeah.
that's true.
But if it's like 9 o'clock in the morning, you haven't had your coffee yet. You might want to refrain. I need a little more Skinner.
It's true.
If you're in Birmingham.
Yeah, only if you're in Birmingham.
Beginning of my day always starts with what are those Hall & Oates, bro?
Hall & Oates.
Oh, no, it's really. Oh, man, you're one of those people, huh?
Are you a rich
Well,
girl or a man eater?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man, I'm a man eater.
No, that's the wrong song.
I'm rich girl, man.
Rich Girl's good one. What was their
Dreams come true.
Yeah,
that,
Dreams
that,
Come
that
True.
one or whatever it's called.
Making my dreams come
Yeah.
true.
Dude,
Yeah, that
what's the
one's
song with
classic,
him
bro.
And oh shit, I can't even remember his.
I think they're underrated,
Dancing
dude.
in the
They're not
Street.
No,
underrated.
that was,
They're huge,
that was
dude.
Mick Jagger.
That was
Nobody
Mick
talks
Jagger.
about
That was
it.
Mick Jagger.
That's right. I was thinking. I was like, okay.
This guy says no one talks about Hall & Oates.
I don't think not now.
What? Are you serious?
Man, one of the best duos of all time, bro.
Yeah.
I love Hall & Oates.
Because I'm not a
Everybody.
big Simon and Garfunkel fan, so I would say they're probably the biggest. Like in my opinion, you know. In my opinion.
Really?
I can't get down with
Simon
them.
and Garfunkel too.
Was that Mrs. Robinson that was them? Simon
Miss
Gump?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, and then they also had their own solo projects, and there was like Graceland, which big time.
There's a YouTube channel called Live at Daryl's House.
Yeah.
And like
I have seen that.
he hosts
yeah.
like live jams.
We had
or
a-
whatever.
like CeeLo Green and
CeeLo,
stuff like
yeah.
that.
We had one of our best. She's honestly a family member to us. She's been amazing up in our, New York helping us out. But she got kicked out of that club. We want to make a shout out to Pam Nation.
Damn.
Oh,
Hey,
that's
shout out
fine.
to Pam.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude.
she
We're drinking whiskey out here, y'all.
we're drinking whiskey.
We're getting real.
Throttle, baby. Let's
I
go.
want
We got a whiskey sticker.
Well,
I
the
only
good
want
thing
the
is-
stickers with the whiskey on.
The good thing is we got more stickers
That's a memento.
and everything still works. So
Well, no, but
Thank you,
Pam,
bro.
she was the first person. She was the first
Like, we
person.
literally stayed at her house and we pulled up. First time we went to New York and she let us stay at her house. She didn't even know us.
Yeah, she didn't even know us. But
Smart
but
people.
but you know what's crazy? Like she housed bands before they were even big. A little band called Rainbow Kid and Surprise.
Oh wow.
Oh, really?
I mean, she was like
kidding.
she's like good friends with him. Like,
Dude, yeah.
good friend to know. I want to make a shout out to Pam. I bet
Pam.
you did that.
Pam.
how do you
Pam,
do
we
that?
love
Let
you.
California Dad Club come up there and stay one time.
She got a lot of cool, dude. A lot of cool places.
Hell yeah, thanks,
Come up there with
Pam.
Eddie Nine Bowl, just get the
Hell
whole, just the golden invite. Like,
Right?
hey,
No, we were up there one time and it snowed and she let us borrow their sleds and we just sled
Oh,
down.
nice.
to-
Yeah.
That's it.
I gotta go get some beer.
oh my God,
Sled.
That's awesome, dude.
That's awesome.
That's
So with the
badass.
event of us spilling something, how many times have you had like a night, like a piece of gear that you're just like, oh, that's my baby, and somebody spilled something?
I've had some a bunch of sorority girls. We used to play sorority parties, and we played one in Athens, and one lady. Yeah,
Ladies,
right? No, she was probably I don't know, but she was shit faced and she spilled all of her alcohol on my pedals.
No.
She's like, sorry,
like play this,
But-
play a song.
Or no, they'll jump up and down on your pedal.
yeah. Dude, I'll tell a quick story. I'll tell a.
Yeah.
I don't know if we have much time, but I'll tell a quick story about we were playing in Baton Rouge. We were playing a
Very cool.
joint fraternity party. It was joint. Joint party, and it was I can't remember the fraternity, but it was LSU and Georgia, and they were playing each other that week. And so we were playing this under this huge tent in Baton Rouge. It was swampy as shit, humid, huge. 600 kids under this tent. Yeah. And anyway, so these drunk girls wanted to get up on stage, and so they get up on. They said, "Let me get on the mic. Let me get on the mic." And I'm like, "No." And so they got up, and finally they rushed on the stage and they started singing "Go Dogs Go." And then I'm not shitting you, all the LSU fans, which were about 300 of them, were throwing bottles at us. No, it was terrible.
And they were looing them.
It didn't help. It didn't help that our name at the time was Georgia Flood.
Oh yeah, that does not help at all.
And then somebody threw a glass bottle and it shattered on the drum set.
Oh, no.
Come on,
Bro, I would have been.
That's not cool.
I would have been off the stage and with my hands swinging
college
towards
parties
faces.
Yeah, dude.
We're gonna hop into our next artist, man.
Let's do it.
This is Corey Rose, and this song is called "No Woman."
boy,
Here we
Cody.
go.
My bed ain't lonely, so baby don't come, 'cause I wasn't your only, and she's done made me born. But if you need closure, well then I can give, 'cause baby I'm so sure that I'm gonna live. Oh, don't take no woman to make me smile, but man, if I found one that will rewind, just like that highway, we'll keep rolling on and on my way, till I find your memory gone. Who am I kidding? You won't disappear like some little devil whispering in my ear, but not on my shoulder, and always by my side. Yeah, I got me an angel, a sweet little angel, Lord, to help you subside. Yeah, don't take no woman to make me smile, but man, if I found one that will rewind, just like that highway, we'll keep rolling on, yeah, on and on my way, till I find your memory Don't take no woman to make me smile, but man, if I found one that will
some what did we say? Silverchair?
Silverchair.
Silverchair vibes there, man. Silverchair with a little bit of country. I like that,
He's got the twang, as you said, the twang on the voice, man.
Yeah.
It's got that red dirt, like
man. Clay.
yeah, red clay.
Yeah.
You know.
He's got good control and stuff in his voice, so I like that. You know what I mean? Like he can.
He's got
good.
consistent volume. Which
Production was good. Drums sound real, which is awesome. So thanks for that.
Yeah, that's a thing now. Is it real or fake?
Right? Yeah.
You know, that's what to me.
I just want them to sound real. I don't care if they are
to
or
me,
not.
man, real drums. I'll even hear artists, and even if it's shitty real drums, I'm like, you know what?
That's better.
I'm not saying it's better. I mean, you know, don't get me wrong.
Somebody did it though.
There's a lot of Nashville shit where it
Yeah.
needs, it's got to be done today. It's got to be done today.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so they use fake drums and stuff. But no, man. When I hear some drums and even if they sound a little trashy, I love it, man.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was good, man. Who was that? Corey?
Corey Allen Rose.
Corey
yeah.
Allen Rose.
I'll check it out, man. I love
band called Rosewood Grips.
Rosewood
Oh,
Grips.
really?
I love that, man.
Yeah, Rosewood Grips, man. They're actually.
I don't know if I've met him.
They do a lot of
Really?
stuff, man. They play a lot of bars. They play Rome City Brewery, and is that what it is, Rome? Or
Yeah, they'll play out in Rome City Brewing
Rome
a
City
lot.
Brewery,
and,
yeah.
yeah,
they
he's.
live a long way away, though, dude. They used to come a long way for open mics, bro.
He used to
back in the
drive
day.
like literally like an hour and a half just to come to an open mic with this man. He was like,
Shit.
he just wants to play,
He's
bro.
about
He's
it,
about
dude.
it.
So,
about it.
what's the other club in Rome? Rome. We open up. I was playing guitar for a band. We opened up for Chris Knight.
Chris Knight.
Brew House.
Brew House? I think it's the Brew House.
That's where you
Yeah,
played
it was
Brew
Brew
House.
House.
There's Brew House, and then there's
It's Brew House. I know.
Blue Moon.
It's Brew House, and Chris Knight comes up to me after I think at the time I'm still underage, and he goes, "Hey, I'm Chris Knight." That's like, even if you met him like 9 times that night, he's like, "I'm Chris Knight."
Hey, come on back here, kid. It's nice to meet you.
But man, super cool show though.
Who was it that we opened for? Me and Brody Jack. I played cajon. I played the cajon for Brody Jack and did harmonies. Who did we open for? Kane Brown?
Kane Brown?
Really?
No,
Wow.
really.
No, Cole Swindell. Yeah,
Either
it was Cole
one, man.
Swindell.
Wow, huh?
Either
Unreal.
one.
Yeah, I think it was one of those cats.
Either one. It was probably a sold out show.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, yeah, it was fully packed. Yeah,
That's awesome.
I don't know if that makes me. Yeah, Kane Brown. Yeah. It was yeah. There was people there.
No, man, I like the Brew House, man. And I mean,
I was also there
they're still
sitting on
open,
a
correct?
box.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
But whatever. I was also there just like
That's honestly
slapping a box. So whatever.
I mean, the Brew House has a lot of country shows there, man, for sure.
A lot of
Yeah.
good talent, man. A lot of talent that you don't normally know about, and you go out there and you're just like, wow.
Jay White was the previous owner. He was he's very involved with the Nashville scene and whatnot, and like booking artists. He'll definitely like hook people up with their first big venture. He did Old Dominion.
Oh, cool.
He was like the one that did him, and Sam Smith, I think, and
Really?
Like the
yeah.
Sam
British
Smith
Smith came
Sam
up
Smith.
at the Brew
and Cole
House and
Swindell, I
stuff, too.
think.
Now, when you say Sam Smith, like the British one, like the
No. No, you're
Sam
thinking of
Hunt. Sam
Yeah,
Hunt.
Sam
Dude, I am so sorry, man.
Sam
Sam's,
Hunt.
bro.
like you would have $1 million like for a
Yeah.
ticket at the Brew House for Sam Smith.
Yeah,
right.
Well, he gets Ying. Well, now the new owners, Ying Yang Twins or whatever, would like pop off up there.
Yeah.
And, like it would be block party if Ying Yang Twins.
Really?
So now the new owner, he's booking the Ying Yang Twins. So they played up there like a couple weeks
Uh-oh.
right before
Look
the
who just commented. Look who just commented. Cody Matlock.
Oh, Cody Matlock.
Why don't
Yo,
you ask
Cody.
here, brother?
Oh, I'm gonna get some horns up in here. Cody M. Locky.
Play with us when we played there.
I tried to get it. I was.
funny story. We played at the Brew House, and this is a funny quick story. I'll make it quick. I promise.
No, you can tell the whole story.
Cody used to play in our band, a preacher band, and we played this show at the Brew House. Open up for Sister Hazel.
Oh,
And
sick.
Another story where I hate you, man. And Cody comes out and starts singing It's a Man's World.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
And every chick, I don't care if they were
Bras just
18
flying
to
out.
65, it just sounded like the Beatles.
Yeah.
And I was like, you bastard.
Hey, I'd take my shirt off.
I feel like we should have got drunk before we started the podcast.
Love you, brother. I love you, man.
Yo, he said, "Love you, goons." We're gonna put that on the screen. Love you too, bro.
Yeah, we love you too, Cody.
You the jam. I was trying to get him to like bust in the door.
He's probably outside.
Should we call him?
right? Yeah.
Should we call him?
Hey, kid.
We should call him. He's.
good.
I'll call him.
Call him.
What phone do we need? Do you need your? You
I'll
got
hook,
yours.
I'll hook it up right here.
plug
He's
it.
probably like, oh shit, they're gonna call me. Yeah,
like,
I'll hook it
oh,
up right
shit.
here.
Well, they're calling.
Oh wait, I got
My phone. Call Cody Matlock.
My phone is
no.
on the camera system.
Now we're totally trading places.
Call Cody Matlock. There it goes.
What was that movie? Trading Places. That's what it was.
We're calling your ass now, brother.
Yeah, answer the phone.
What up,
You did it to me.
Cody?
Uh-oh.
Cody.
Oh,
Oh no.
hold on, Cody.
Oh, dude, you still got a headphone port on your phone?
Dude, I'm old school, brother.
You still got a headphone port, dog?
Hey, brother, I'm old school.
Yo, Cody Matlock.
iPhone 3GS.
Dude. He really does, bro. This shit ancient, bro.
Bro, I got the checkerboard fucking toilet floor, man.
Oh, really? What up, Cody?
What's up, guys? I was just watching y'all, talking shit.
What up, bro?
laughing at these Eddie 9-volt stories.
Hell yeah.
Bro, you were right, man. This guy's a character, dog.
Hey,
I
man.
told you, man.
He delivered twice.
He's a trip.
I'm a delivery
Got
driver.
like 8 nicknames.
What's his other ones?
Dang, Dope Jones. That's
Dope Jones.
That's my rap. My rap
Dope
name.
Jones.
Dope Jones.
You got rap?
I got
Brooks
rap, man.
Mason.
You got it right.
Brooks Mason's his real one, right?
Oh, yeah.
Eddie 9-volt. Oh, there's a million.
The legendary.
The legendary Eddie 9-volt
The legendary.
What up, Erica?
What up, Erica?
Shout out, Erica.
in the background.
Yeah, we her. Well, cool, dog. We're gonna keep moving on with the artists. We just wanted to holler. We thought about you. We
Yeah,
love
man.
you, dog.
We're
So
just like, yo, let's
glad
do
y'all
one of
called me.
Cody.
we're just like, he's a G.
He's probably got like a little Beaver record right now just blaring. He had to probably take the needle off when we called him.
Yeah, I was just in the middle of practicing my major 7 arpeggios. With you
Oh,
guys.
there
you go. It's a good one to practice, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You
don't
guys
forget about
interrupted
those, bro.
some important, I'm learning about those minor 8ths.
Yeah. Well, dude, don't forget about the ninths ones too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you add them together, you get like 17 or something.
Right.
You get a
don't
minor
forget,
17th.
Don't forget about the minor 12s. What happened to when's your next gig?
Tomorrow night, man. Tomorrow night, playing a Blind Willie.
Blind Willie.
Playing a Blind Willie's tomorrow night?
Shit, I'm playing Saturday,
Willie's.
brother. It's
Friday
on.
and Saturday.
It's gridiron
It's
now,
a
brother.
Blind Willie's kind of freaking weekend up
Oh,
here, bro.
shit.
It's gridiron.
Friday, Cody Matlock. Saturday, Eddie
Saturday,
9-volt.
You're
Eddie
down.
9-volt.
It's on, brother.
I got the weekend off. I'm coming to both.
I'll be there Saturday
Let's do
too.
it.
I'll
Hey,
come
yeah,
out.
All right,
you
let's
come
hang
out
out.
to Saturday. Cody, I wish I'd come tomorrow. I'm playing at Maxwell's. I'm filling in for the Breeze Kings. But, man, come out Saturday night and so I can get drunk and just play rhythm guitar.
Let's get a party going. Saturday, yeah.
You got a deal.
All right. Well, love you, bro.
Saturday
Have a
it
good
is.
night,
All
man.
right.
I'll see you tomorrow
Love
night.
you guys.
See you, Cody.
See you, bro.
Take it easy, bro.
Dog, bro.
What a
What a gentleman. What a
Frick.
gentleman.
I was about to text old Miss Brown back.
Miss Brown.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right, so we're gonna move in our next artist. Who's our next artist?
Woody Earwood.
I didn't play my shit because we had a lack of submissions at all.
So that means
We needed a filler. We're like, shit.
Yeah,
No, I want to
absolutely.
hear some of this, man.
Fuck.
You got some great production work. I want to hear
it's
it.
good.
Thank you,
It's cool,
dog.
man. Yeah, now you'll enjoy it.
Thank you, man.
It's super cool.
This is like my second favorite song he's produced. My first one, you know which one's my first one?
Yeah,
Whipping my
that's a
dick.
really old
No.
one, man.
I thought it was that
It's
rap
really.
song.
I want to play one of my songs. I released this song not too long ago,
I'll be singing this motherfucker.
about a year, I guess. And yeah, it's just gonna fill some time in. So
I'll be
let's
over
get
here.
into
Cool,
it.
dude. Now it's about time we play a Woody song on here, man. This is the first time we've played one, so.
I gotta find it. Where is this guy?
SoundCloud.
It's been-
Nice first one right there, boy.
All right.
Dude, you got to look deep and find yourself, man.
All right.
Oh,
That's wise, bro.
What'd you say?
Whoa.
damn. Sick.
Oh, the quick pun,
That was
bro.
a quick one,
You
dog.
just got to find yourself. man.
Bro,
Find it, bro.
I'm gonna have
Look
to.
within.
I'm gonna have to take a sailor on that one.
Take a sip of root.
All right, so this is my track, City Lights.
City
Hope you enjoy
Lights.
it. Here you go.
I'm ready, man.
Well, I was standing in the middle of a South Dakota sky, with the wind behind my back and a dream locked in my eye. Well, how was I to know how far I'd go before I ran too far? I heard that Georgia's nice in June. I packed up my car and I drove away from the city lights, away from the jealous eye. And she looked just like an angel, wiping tears from her eye. She's such a big disguise. I've got to get a hold of my life. Well, how was I to know how far she'd go before she ran too far? Whoa, she got in her car. It's children. Away from the city lights, away from the jealous eyes, away from the city lights, away from the jealous eyes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would say it sounds. The corporation sound like Dire Straits. And
Okay.
It sounds like Dire Straits and War on Drugs had a wonderful, beautiful baby.
And they got together and
War on Dire Straits.
But I think singing like kind of Dawes maybe. What do you think?
Oh, I love Dawes, man. Yeah.
Dawes are great.
Yeah, I'm not like I wouldn't
Who let
say
the
I'm a
Dawes out?
vocalist. I can sing, I can carry a tune or whatever,
dude.
but I'm not like a charactered vocalist. I can't be a vocalist, but like
You hear this guy, Andrew?
100%.
Nah,
He needs to give himself some credit.
no. I would say more. I would say honestly,
I'd say a guitarist is strong.
honestly, on more than anything, I would say more producer than
Producer is strong, but
anything.
vocals,
Producer's
Hey,
strong,
I
dude.
wouldn't-
You know you got
don't-
the voice.
Thanks, man. I
Don't
appreciate
stop
y'all.
at just producing, man. Keep writing.
Thank y'all.
That shit sounds great.
Y'all are so nice. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
I'll
I
tell
like
you
the
what, man.
my favorite part. I think was when you were talking about driving out in the country, away from like in the pitch black darkness and stuff like that. That was like probably my favorite part. We're-
Everybody
we're, like,
comment
talking
how
about,
great
like,
Woody's
getting away-
songwriting is.
Just fucking-
What, dude? What are you even talking about, man? Ah,
Woody knows,
jeez,
man.
bro.
My love for his music goes deep, man. The first time I heard this song, I'm not going to drop the name. I'm going to leave it for y'all to find out. This is one of my favorite songs, man. And this one's competing for the top. And, dude, like, yeah.
This guy was singing the whole
Thanks.
song.
Yeah, I know every word of the song, dude. I know every
He
word.
was
to
singing it,
almost
man.
all your songs.
Yeah.
Like,
Whoa.
And he did the whole dance that you came up with too. Like,
Whoa. Well, thanks, man. Appreciate y'all showing some love on that. We just we ran
Yeah,
short.
no,
We
that's
ran short on the submissions, so we
but
I
now
was
we're
like, I'll
into
play
the
one
main
of mine.
event.
why not? Right? No, that was cool.
I guess it's
Way in there,
our
heavy.
podcast. I'm involved. Why not? Huh?
Right. Right.
No, man, I loved it, man. That was a
Okay.
great track. It was
Thanks, dog.
honestly, man, probably the best. And I'm not saying this because I'm in your freaking podcast, but I'm seriously, it was the best. It's so far the best produced, the best sounding.
Thanks, man.
The chorus was there, City Lights. I knew what you were talking about, and I love the guitar tones, everything, man. Wonderful track.
Thank you. Dude, that was a
cool,
huge
man.
compliment. I
Yeah.
want to give myself a little applause on that one.
Woody Earwood
That was a
guy
great
is-
compliment, bro.
No problem, man.
Damn.
I don't talk no shit, man. I mean, I tell you, man.
Hell
I tell you
yeah.
like it
No,
is.
no, no.
If it
Yeah,
was
we can
shitty, I'd tell you it would suck, but it doesn't.
I appreciate that.
We can tell right off rip you're a straightforward guy with no bullshit. So.
Yeah,
Right. Look at that shirt, man.
right. You need I told you earlier, you need a fanny pack, dog.
Is there any way you can show this picture real quick?
Yeah. Where is it at?
The picture of me on the album, maybe not.
Oh yeah, I can show that.
It's
There's
probably
a-
on Google.
There's a funny story of this picture. So, this is in the mobile home, and this is like a '90s freaking.
Oh, you got the milk bath. Yeah.
I went to
Oh my gosh.
I went to Dollar General to get the bubble bath and the fake roses. And this is in the mobile home, and I was smoking me a blunt, and I tell you, that was the album cover.
That's so epic.
That is awesome, bro.
Now I can just like some
awesome.
ramen noodles thrown in.
Bro.
Oh, I
Yeah, right?
just had eaten them at that
I
point.
won't even lie. That looks like staged, like straight up. Like
Dude,
That was it, man. It was just like, I mean, that was
that's so good.
That
That
was
looks
the trailer
pro
we
pro.
recorded
Bro.
everything
That's
in,
the
man.
vibe.
dude,
That looks
that's where
pro.
true
Oh, crap.
fucking
Look at that.
inspiration comes from is just harnessing.
Oh,
and
you should have
vibing
seen
around
the
to it.
16-year-old girl that was like at the Dollar General. Like I was buying bubble bath and fake roses.
Uh-oh.
What
What
having a
the
good night?
fuck are you doing?
She was like,
Watching the whole time.
I was just, I had my sunglasses on. I was just like, beep.
It's like buying tampons to your girlfriend or something.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, exactly. It was crazy, man.
This is not happening.
Shut up.
I'm not buying these things.
You got fake roses.
Oh, that was the big thing. I would rather her think that than I was sitting in a tub with it.
Yeah.
Bet.
Got you something.
Yeah.
Well, our last featured artist of the night is you, bro.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'm excited.
Yes,
for this.
sir.
And we want to thank you, bro. Thank you for
No, thank you guys,
coming out.
man.
Thank you, Lane, for coming out, man.
Absolutely,
All the
yeah.
time. I feel like I've been blocking
super
Lane the
cool.
whole
Bro,
time.
you're a little
Rocking the
bit.
opposite kicks.
I won't even lie, bro. You're a little bit loud.
I am.
If you can just tone it back, if
Yeah,
you
turn
know,
it back a
cheers.
little bit, man. You're too excited.
Well, we're trying to talk over here. All right, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, man, appreciate you coming out, bro. Thank y'all.
Thanks for
so
having us.
It's been a
fucking
fun
much.
episode.
Not to
Seriously,
say,
man.
dude. Yeah.
And thank you for the gift, man.
No, brother, we're gonna finish it by tonight, man.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I love this guy.
Oh, Lord.
We got a buddy, Jeff
driving me
Tuggle's
home?
playing. Jeff Tuggle's playing downtown. My buddy, he's playing downtown, like a couple miles away,
Oh,
on
yeah,
y'all's
dude.
way.
We should, yeah.
We
We should
go.
swing by and see him, man.
We should totally
Yeah.
go, man.
I'm down.
Yeah,
That's
let's try it
awesome,
out.
dude. He's good.
We're gonna ride out and see Jeff Tuggle after this.
Go
we're
see
gonna
Jeff.
we're gonna hop into Mr. Eddie 9
Hey,
Volts
I gotta
track.
say this real quick before if you are watching this and you missed this whole podcast, watch us on Spotify because you'll be able to actually
right.
listen to the songs, and
That's right.
Facebook will mute them. So if you're watching this and you're looking and it's not Thursday at 8 o'clock or whatever time it is right now, listen to us on Spotify and you'll be able to hear every song. So
On your way
That's
to
right.
work, on your way home. from
Facebook
work.
is a weird algorithm.
Word.
Even if you're sitting here and your shit's like registered with ASCAP or BMI or whatever,
if you say I'm Eddie 9 Volt and I give you permission,
they still won't let us play the song. It'll mute it.
Yeah.
It'll mute it
It's like
afterwards.
no, that's a really good algorithm.
Freaking Steve
it's-
Wozniak.
But Spotify, if we upload it to Spotify, it registers as a play because it picks up on your algorithm, and so it goes
And
to
so
a
it
stream.
goes to
towards
That's
your
why Joe
song.
Rogan's going there.
So,
So that's why we're going on Spotify.
That's an even better algorithm.
right? Yeah, right.
Oh,
that's
that's
how
why-
it should be. Like,
I wish there was a way to go to live on Spotify, but there's, it's just not there.
Hey, they're working on it.
Are they? Are they really?
Video on Spotify.
Oh, really?
oh wow,
That'll be
Okay.
where we nestle up and make our nest.
That's where we need to go.
Their boots, you know.
Yeah, even
So
though
all that to
Spotify
be
don't pay
said,
their artists
Follow
shit,
us
but-
on Spotify.
Spotify is where we're shoving towards. So go to Spotify.
Artists, shit.
Nobody pays artists shit. That's true. We get the load in totem pole,
Shout
but
out
we love
to
it. We don't do it for the money.
Give us our 6 cents.
We do it for
I'll do
love.
0.6 cents.
It's like having a girlfriend.
I guarantee you, hand Eddie 9 Volt a guitar and no money, he'll still play it.
As long as you give me some damn barbecue and some good looking women.
Dude.
Well, damn, bro. Now you're being
Help
needy.
with my language, bro.
Now you're
Come on.
needing so much barbecue and women.
Hey,
No,
what's that-
I don't want to take money, but I want barbecue. and
We're
women.
talking about the cheapest piece of meat.
Bro, where do we even?
that's
Where do
right
we?
here.
That would definitely be the barbecue for sure.
I ain't asking for porterhouse. I'm asking for damn. I'm asking for damn chitlins.
Dude, my neighborhood when I was growing up, the fire station used to have a chitlin cook-off.
Exactly. Where'd
Bro,
you
the
grow
whole
up? Where'd you
the
grow up?
whole town would smell like pig butthole. The whole freaking
Wait,
day.
Yeah, where'd you grow up at?
Conyers, Georgia.
Kanye. I grew up in McDonough, man.
Really, bro? I was born in Jones. I was born in Cartersville, but I lived in Jonesboro too for a little bit when I was a young toddler.
Conyers, the cherry blossom city?
Cherry Blossoms up near.
Macon. That's Macon.
That's up near Blue Ridge.
No, they
right?
have the Cherry Blossom Festival in Conyers.
Oh, the actual Cherry Blossom. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
Cherry
our
Blossom
ridge.
Got some country boys.
Anyways, man, we're out here in the sticks, dog.
You like playing for Greg Clay.
Hey, it's better than spending like $4,000 for a little tiny studio.
Right,
studio.
hey,
Oh,
I
bro,
feel
I
that,
was like,
dude.
I was like freaking a kid. I wouldn't pay nothing, dog. So I would have been happy.
No, I'm saying like
in a camper.
instead of like being in downtown Atlanta, like I had some friends that like were spending on a 1-bedroom for like $1,500 in Atlanta.
Yeah, you got to get smarter friends, bro.
Dude, I used to have a studio in Marietta for $1,200, man. That's just
It's like you would say
expensive.
you'd rather be out in the sticks by yourself in a creative environment. Than
That's
you would
where
in
we did this
Atlanta
whole
in a
record, man.
Dude.
Bro, and that's why it's so kick ass.
Thanks, man.
That's why you're
What are we
kick-ass.
playing? What are we playing, man? What are we doing?
Dude, we're gonna do New Orleans.
New Orleans, man. I
by
bought some
Mr.
alligator
Eddie
shoes to
Nunville.
write this song.
Hey, what's the name of the album, Woody? What's the name of the album?
What is the Left My Soul in Memphis by
Lost
Mr.
My
Eddie
Soul in
Nunville.
Oh, Left My Soul in Memphis.
Left My
Okay.
Soul in Memphis. Ansley will share the link whenever she's got a second from rolling the Erdl. And we're gonna hop right into it. New Orleans.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for letting us play your track, man.
Thanks so much for having it, man.
Here we go. Let's do it.
Yeah, dude. Thank you guys.
Well, I'm broke down. I got nowhere else to go. Yeah. Oh, I'm broke down. I got nowhere else to go. Yeah. Well, I'm going to New Orleans. A first train I got to go. Oh, I'm a drifter, babe. I got one thing on my mind. Yeah. Ooh, I'm a drifter, babe. I got one thing on my mind. Ooh. Well, I ain't never gonna let no woman cheat me of a damn good time. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, some people call me a no good, dirty fool. Some people call me a no good, useless fool. Well, I ain't gonna live my life under no woman's rule. Yeah.
Holy shit, bro. Should we just listen to your whole album real quick? Right? Damn.
Let this ride.
I'll tell you about the interviews.
If you want to hear the rest, you got to go look up the album on
Yes.
Spotify.
Left My Soul.
in Memphis by Mr. Eddie Nunville, bro. Damn. Those tones, that bass line, everything sounds so
We trying to
good.
bring it back. We trying to bring it back.
Golly, bro. I'm going to give you some chirp on that
I feel like I was gonna have to be riding up with some greasers in the old drop top or like some classic '52 Chevrolet.
Oh
or some
yeah,
shit,
no,
you
that's
know?
just
Bro,
riding.
you
That's just
wish,
riding the
dog.
trolley in Chicago, bro.
Oh, dude.
A little bit different scene.
Go get a dog. Go eat some dogs.
What,
Vienna,
bro?
Vienna beef. He's talking about Vienna beef. Not actual
Oh,
dogs.
well, I needed to clarify because
You're right.
I was like, what the?
Hey man, with this coronavirus, you don't know
We
nowadays.
dude, I ate my buddy had a squirrel running through his yard. I caught it.
Dude, I'm not even shitting you. I'm telling you the absolute truth. I went out to go get the mail today. There was a dead squirrel flattened in the road, and then like literally 4 feet away, there was a chipmunk with his gut out.
Oh, no, that's the KKK, bro. They're freaking targeting you, man.
Probably.
You might wake up
They
with a dead
shouldn't.
horse
I ain't-
next in your bed.
No, it's just we live on a busy road, and like these squirrels and
Got a
these,
lot of chipmunks.
It's like Frogger out there.
It is, man. It's crazy, and like I every like week I'm just scraping freaking squirrels.
some sort of animal off the
It's
road.
terrible, man.
Did you cook them? Or you just put them in the garbage?
I mean, depending on how fresh you are, you know. It depends on how much
What-
garlic
dude,
we
I'm
got.
dead ass serious. Yeah,
It depends on how much garlic we got.
A lot. You need a lot of garlic and pepper.
If we were in Gilmer County, it wouldn't matter. But
Little road possum, bro. Little road possum
Nothing
stew.
wrong with it. I knew a guy, man, when we lived out in the sticks, man. There was this guy. He goes, I would smell the deer, and if it was fresh enough, I put it in the back of the truck.
Oh Lord.
I don't.
Oh Lord.
Dude, I've eaten.
No,
I've eaten questionable
You
things.
said up in South Dakota, it was like literally
Yeah.
they had a law where you could get out of your truck
Yeah.
if you saw an animal and literally shoot it out of your truck.
Yeah.
well, that's
That was
the thing,
daily
man.
life, bro.
I used to be, man. When I lived out in the country, man, I used to be a hunter. I've killed
Yeah.
deer and stuff, but I don't know about eating no damn roadkill.
Roadkill?
Yeah.
I kill shit on the road. No, that's the whole thing. Is like in South Dakota they have like he was saying, like an open tote thing. So you can have loaded 30-06 like in your floorboard, and it can be loaded, ready to go in your floorboard, legal. You just have to be 300 yards away from a cow
Well,
or a
damn,
school.
out in South Dakota,
And
man,
you can
they-
shoot anything.
Man, you bring back coyote ears, they give you $10.
Yeah. Oh, no, dude, I used to make like $75 a pelt.
Wow.
Yeah, we'd go coyote hunting. We'd have like a whole radio and everything. It'd have like a dying jackrabbit sound.
Yeah.
Make it sound like a dying jackrabbit.
We got the same thing, man.
The jackrabbits aren't real, aren't they? Yeah, jackrabbits are real.
Yeah, they are.
What was the rabbit? Everybody's like
Wacky rabbit.
jackalope. Yeah,
Jackalope, yeah,
they
that's
put the
the
horns on.
horns.
But jackrabbits are real. We'd make it sound like a jackrabbit, and they'd sure enough be like little
Yeah.
dogs running over those bluffs. Those
See,
South
it's
Dakota
the
bluffs,
wild
man.
dogs you got to watch out for, man. Because coyotes, they are getting more. You know, we lived out in the fucking country for a while.
They're getting
Coyotes-
smart, bro. They're starting to build fences and stuff, and be like, "Yo, this is coyote country."
There's
Like,
damn. They got a library.
now they got a whole bar now, Coyote Uglies.
They got a library.
Damn, they're getting civilized, dog. Coyotes,
Girls dancing
dude.
on the table.
they-
Coyotes are coming up.
what do we got? Planet of the Coyote next?
Shit. I hit play.
We played Coyote Ugly in Memphis one time, man. That was
Did you really?
Yeah.
Damn.
cool.
I've been to the one out in Denver. That was cool. That was my first time ever been in a bar.
in
Coyote
Is
Denver.
the
Bar.
original one in Nashville, or where's the original one?
The original one
Memphis.
is in LA, I thought.
LA.
Probably that would make sense.
They got them all the way
Yeah.
down
I think
to
that was the whole
Florida.
movie. Is like
Really? Is
her
that
moving
was
out
that
to
what
LA.
I never saw the movie. I
never
never
seen
saw
started
LA
the
or
movie to have
Texas?
a
I just went to Nashville. I was like, oh, Coyote Ugly. This is where it started.
No, it's like a whole thing, man. You never saw
That's
the
their
movie?
branding.
I never saw the movie.
That's like their thing. They got
Y'all,
They got to.
y'all ain't gonna believe this, but I've never seen. I ain't never seen. What's that fucking?
I Am Legend.
No, the one that our podcast looks like.
Wayne's World.
Wayne's World.
No, man, you never seen
Are
that?
y'all kidding?
Come on.
You got
Woody.
No,
You
that
gotta
was
see
the
it.
whole thing. Is like after we started this whole podcast, and everything. They're like, "Oh, it's kind of like Wayne's World." I was like, "What?" I watched a recap video. I was like, "Oh,
It kind
Woody.
of is.
shit!"
You
I even
gotta
drive a
watch-
hatchback.
You gotta watch Wayne's World, man. I'm not
Party
trying
on,
to.
Garth.
It's a classic, man.
I got a couple of little funguses up there. I might pop in this weekend and do it. What's up?
But who's who?
Who's who? What?
I'm the
Oh,
guy that
I'm
likes the
definitely-
barbecue.
I'm definitely Garth, man.
No, you're more Wayne.
I think you're more Wayne.
Yeah, let's say Wayne.
Oh, dude.
You haven't seen the fucking movie.
Well, I'm just Woody right now.
He's more Wayne though.
Wayne Woody.
I'll watch the movie and then tell you what I'm in.
Definitely the guy.
In the audience, type what you think. Type what you think Woody is. Is he Wayne or is he Garth?
Yeah, comment below. What do you think? I'm Wayne or Garth? Because I'm having a hard
Wayne
time.
or Garth? I guarantee everyone's gonna say
Bruce
you're
Wayne.
Wayne. I'm Garth. I guarantee it, bro.
Because of the blonde hair?
Yeah, and plus because like
I got
you know,
blonde hair,
I'm
too,
kind of
though.
airheaded a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Oh,
like,
boy, dumb.
I'm just blonde, dude. I'm just blonde, a natural blonde. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not natural.
I'm just a natural blonde.
You're just like,
Maybe I should do a.
Dude, Garth pulled that hot ass Jake, so that's why I'm more like Garth. you know?
Swing.
Yeah, somebody commented Schwink.
Oh, really?
Swing.
Yeah, I'll put that on there.
I'm definitely
All right,
the guy
this
that,
has been California Dad Club coming at you live. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Daddy,
Man, that was awesome.
daddy.
Thank you guys, man.
We've
was
had
such a fun episode,
We've
dude.
had a ball out here with.
And we're not done. We're
89
going
Volt.
out, man.
We're going
We're
to
going
the
out.
local. Hey,
Going
go
to the
support Jeff Tuggle at the local, man. That's what
That's
we'll
right.
be. Get yourself a sticker.
Come on, get some drinks.
Come and meet Eddie 9 Volt.
We'll bring
Meet
stickers.
you in AWOL.
In the flash, we'll give you some bourbon
This
shots.
could be the
That's right.
first
Sir.
real Q&A in person, man. Except don't ask questions.
No, ask
Don't ask
questions.
questions. All right,
Just A's.
let's do it. Dance party.
Dance party. Let's do it.
All right, see y'all. We'll see you at the local. Bye.
Sir.